Gavin here from Easy Rides. Today we're looking at the MX4 Expert. Now this is a brand new release from Talaria in 2024. This year we have in the MX series, MX3, MX4 standard, and then now the MX4 Expert. And this bike is sick. We had one going out for delivery in our Hamilton location today, and I saw it getting rolled out into the truck this morning, and I was like, holy, thing is sharp. So these things look totally different than your standard MX4. First things first, the graphic kit. It's a little bit mean. It's got that bit of a to it, you know, that aggressive look. It looks great. Now it's got red anodized bits that you'll see kind of sprinkled through it. Red bars, red pegs, right down here, rear suspension components, sprockets. And then again on the other side, your rear caliper mount and stuff. And same with your axles, your front and rear axles are red as well. So just gives it that little bit of something different. Something different. It's a little bit flashy, it's a little bit fun, it's not all blacked out. So once you strip these stickers off, they're all blacked out. So the red's great. They added this chain guide's new. I'm almost positive of that. I don't have an MX4 around right now to check, but I'm pretty sure. And then they have a brake rotor guide on the other side. It's like a guard shield, metal guard for the brake rotor, and I can show you that in a second. Now next is the Manitou forks. The Manitou forks are awesome. I was just on an MX3 and feeling these Manitous compared to an MX3 forks, which is the most stark comparison you can have. They're awesome. Like these forks are 10 out of 10. So the other thing is we got the Magura brakes as well. So different hydraulic brakes, which is awesome. Um, the weird thing is Talaria is still doing a reservoir in the brake assembly, where a lot of companies, a lot of MX companies put a reservoir kind of in the bike. So we'll see if that happens down the line. But still, it's still that same technology where if you really go down hard, you're gonna take some damage here. But I'm sure there's some guards and stuff you can get to protect them. The next is the display. The display is awesome. By awesome, I mean it actually gives you information that you can see. So nice little boot up, 999. The coloration on it's okay. There's your charge. These are your speed settings. You have your ecos and your sports. That's a so eco. Let's see, I can get it to sport in a minute. So this is sport, right? And then this will cycle you through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that goes back down. And then if you hold this is your vehicle display. Go through your screen display, brightness, time, unit settings, language, English or Chinese, wheel, 1917 gear ratio. So that's just your base stats. It's way better having actual accessibility to it. Whereas on, as you guys know, on the regular MX3, MX4, or whatever, you just have a tiny little window. You can barely tell, but still decent. But that is one of the major differences with it. It has sword front and rear axles, which is pretty cool. So the amount of work that's done on this bike when you pick it up, let's say maybe 2,500, 2 grand, and it's an extra 1,400, and you don't have to do any of the labor. So everything's already installed. You get say 2,500 bucks in parts. It's a pretty good deal. The bike looks great. We had a handful of them. They sold, boom, right away. They're super popular. These pegs too have a little alloy bit on them. It's kind of like a little nub. So it's an affordable upgrade no matter what. But it's nice it comes on them. So it's now sitting on the bike. Again, I'm about 6 feet tall. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. The rebound on the rear feels great. Really load up if you're kind of in more of a track scenario. But yeah, these are super comfortable, super impressive bikes, and the upgrades are a win. It's a big help if you want to get started on modifying a bike and you don't want to be pulling your hair out on ordering parts from 10 different places. And these guys have done a really good job, so we're super excited to see the MX4 Expert available now. So next, we're doing the MX4 Expert test drive. I got it in sport mode, just so you know, and we're just gonna take her up and down the road. I'll give you my thoughts, opinions on how this thing rides. Already, I can tell you this thing has a lot more power compared to the MX3 and the MX4, so let's take a look. The model's got a lot more to it. I'm just kind of picking up that front wheel. Sure, I could, if I back a little further, I could pick it up a little bit more. It's also the sprocket it has on it. But this thing's got excellent acceleration. This is totally different. Feels a lot more firm than the MX3. Brakes are a lot smoother. These Magura brakes are awesome. From a stop, pick up the front wheel a bit. You could drag that wheel out if you wanted to, but the point is it's picking up the front wheel no problem. Deceleration's great. Front fender on this brake is a little wonky. Power's awesome. This one's still governed to 32, but power's there. It wants to keep going. Feels good. Overall, this bike rides awesome. It's still a noticeable difference from the MX3. Extremely comfortable, tons of power. This thing is great. So no complaints to the MX4 Expert. Hey everyone, so we've taken a look at test driving both the MX3 and the MX4 Expert. The Expert is a totally different bike. The MX3 felt good, it's a clean ride, good power, it's comfortable, nothing too special or crazy. The MX4 Expert was totally a different bike. The power was snappy, super whippy, comfortable bike. The brakes on these, the Magura brakes, are totally different. The shocks are totally different. I mean, it is a lot more money, but riding the two, it was really no comparison. But for the money, the MX3, I could definitely see the value. But yeah, they're both a ton of fun to ride, and just the point is getting out there and really enjoying it. And both those bikes do that. They just do it at different levels. So.